British Prime Minister Boris Johnson and EU Chief Ursula von der Leyen have agreed to extend the Brexit trade talks. The leaders spoke over the phone on Sunday, after which the EU Chief von der Leyen released a joint statement saying that it was the responsibility at this point for the leaders to go the extra mile.
I had a constructive and useful phone call with Prime Minister Boris Johnson. We discussed the major unsolved topics. Our negotiation teams have been working day and night over the recent days, and despite the exhaustion after almost 1 year of negotiations, and despite the fact that deadlines have been missed over and over, we both think that it is responsible at this point in time to go the extra mile. We have accordingly mandated our negotiators to continue the talks and to see whether an agreement can be reached, even at this late stage. The negotiations continue here in Brussels.
The two leaders also reportedly discussed some major unresolved issues during their call. Previously, both sides had said that Sunday was the deadline on whether to continue talks or not. As of now, there is no indication for how long the talks will continue. But the ultimate deadline, of course, is the 31st of December, plus time must be allowed for the United Kingdom and the European Parliament to vote on any deal that emerges from here. After the phone call, Boris Johnson also briefed his cabinet and said that whatever happens, the United Kingdom, he feels, would do very, very well.
What I'll say is that I think that the UK should continue to try. And I think that's what the people of this country would want me to do. We're going to continue to try. And we're going to try with all our hearts, and we'll be as creative as we possibly can. But what we can't do is compromise on that fundamental nature of what Brexit is all about, which is us being able to control our laws, control our fisheries. It's very, very simple. I think our friends get it. And, we remain willing to talk. We'll continue to do so. But in the meantime, let's get ready for the WTO option. And that's what I told the Cabinet.
Now, the United Kingdom and the European Union have been carrying out talks for post-Brexit trade negotiations deal since the month of March, with an aim to secure a deal before the transition period ends on the 31st of December. After the transition period ends, both sides will be trading by the World Trade Organization rules. Boris Johnson has said that he hopes for a post-Brexit deal to solidify, but a no deal seems like the most likely scenario at this point of time.
It is good that there is now a reliable dialogue.
As things stand, and this was basically what Ursula and I agreed, I'm afraid we're still very far apart on some key things. But where there's life, there's hope. We're going to keep talking to see what we can do. The UK certainly won't be walking away from the talks. I think people would expect us to go the extra mile. The UK can't be locked into the EU's regulatory orbit, and we've obviously got to take back control of our fisheries. 4.5 years after people voted for it. So those are the points. I think that it's very clear what the UK is talking about.
Now, what happens in case of a no-deal Brexit? Well, prices could, of course, go up for the goods that are sold within the United Kingdom's markets, and also for the goods that the United Kingdom buys and sells from the European Union. The European Union would also impose tariffs on goods that come in from the United Kingdom. Experts suggest that a no-deal Brexit would actually damage the economies of both the Europeans and also of the United Kingdom. It would send shock waves through the financial markets and sow chaos through supply chains across Europe and beyond. There have been many missed deadlines. Key issues still are pretty much locked in a virtual stalemate. And the question that arises is, will there be a deal before Britain officially exits the European Union?